Yeah, I'm good. And you have the link, right? Because I'm gonna tell them to see the link in the description, the chat for the tickets. You have.
You are watching the Pan African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tata. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherlands calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.
After centuries of misguidance caused by slavery, colonization, lack of awareness of our history, and institutional disinformation, a new Africa is on the move, determined and getting organized. Afrika tuko pamoja. Welcome to the United Kingdoms of Great Africa. The United Kingdoms of Great Africa is the credo of the alliance movement of all African intelligences around a common ideal: the unity and development of a strong, conquering, and completely dedogmatized Africa through the channel of a strong organization called the Africa We Want Global. You are an African, Afro-descendant, researcher, historian, scientist, or simply an NGO. You want to be part of this great historical march towards the total freedom of an uninhibited Africa? Visit our website www.africawewantglobal.org. Register and discover the range of our platforms for change. AfricaWeWantGlobal.org. Join the kingdom, be part of it. An initiative of Dr. Susan Tata.
Everyone, thank you all the continent for connecting, for joining us tonight. Like I said, it is a special exclusive edition. Why must all of us be in Detroit, Michigan from the 30th to the 1st of April? Why must every African, I mean, if we could even carry all the continent there. I was just talking to Brother Taagiy. He said there's enough space for everyone. So we want to find out who hasn't gotten a ticket today, in that what are the conditions, what are the modalities, how to get there, what is actually going to happen, who is going to be speaking what, who is going to blow that fire out there, and what particularly is Dr. Susan going to be doing in Michigan for the 2 days. So I want to thank our brother who is sitting right here, so handsome, cute. I mean, you can't even see the stress on him. I was thinking he'll be coming out like sweating. I mean, putting such a mega one Africa. Can you imagine the whole entire conference? This cutie brother of us, brother. In Uganda would say brother, is putting that thing out there. But he's looking so cool, smiling all the time. I used to hear Taagiy, Taagiy, Taagiy. And I was just thinking, oh, how can he look like? And this is him sitting in front of us. So we'll be taking your questions on how to arrive in Detroit, Michigan from the 30th to the 1st. What is it that we can support you to get there as soon as possible? Have you gotten your ticket? If you're not, the link is going to be rolling out tonight, because we just open up the sales. We just open up the sales to say, if you buy now, you're going to be sitting in front of Dr. Susan Tata. I'm going to massage you. You know that. I'm coming with the oil from the continent, to break those spells out there. So, yes, brother, you're welcome to this conversation. I know you're not going to be here for long because you have a lot of things to do. And I was just looking and checking my chats. Everybody's really seated and like, let's go. How are you doing, brother? What is happening?
I'm doing I'm doing well, and thank you for the warm welcome. I'm so happy to be here today, and I look forward to coming back. I know we only have a short period of time to talk today, but I'm here today to talk about the One Africa Power and Unity Conference. And there's a history around this conference, which is so unique, and it's so germane and really more so to what's going on right now in our present time. This conference was originally scheduled for Egypt back in February 25th and 26th. And the original conference was called the One Africa Returning to the Source Conference. And the conference theme dealt with the connectivity and confluence of African cultures. Initially, we were talking about how all African cultures are connected, particularly that of ancient Egypt, kind of marrying some of the work of our great ancestor Sheikh Anta Diop and the work on African origins of civilization. But unfortunately, I wouldn't say unfortunately, we got a lot of pushback. And I want to share some of this, what happened. And it was an online attack by certain groups, particularly the Afrocentrism debunked. They kind of initiated it. And when this happened, they had a hashtag, Stop the Afrocentric Conference in Egypt. And that was the hashtag they had going on, which actually caused us to pivot and change it from Egypt to the United States. And with that, I also changed the name from Returning to the One Africa, Returning to the Source, to the One Africa Power and Unity. Because I realized that as Africans, if we're going to fight anyone, we're going to have to stand together. And it's important that we understand what's going on right now. This is current. This is not ancient. A lot of times we talk about our ancient history, things that have happened to us in the past. But right now we're in a global fight for the declaration of, or reclamation of our history.
I was really about to say, when Professor James came here and like the conference was canceled, I mean, he already did actually explain to the global family here what transpired, even though he didn't actually went into the details. But we want to congratulate you for taking that move. First of all, that was so brave. I could really say that. And now, not just to stop that quest for the unity, you said, no, we are not stoppable and you have to do it again. So why is it important that everybody has to attend this conference?
Well, if you're going to take a stand, and this is the interesting thing. One of the things I can always turn back to, for me, my turning point in my life in terms of, I know when your show opened up, first things I saw was unity and consciousness. And my birth into consciousness came from reading Destruction of Black Civilization. And I read that book when I was in I think it was about 14 years old. And one of the things that stood out to me in the book was the spirit of resistance. The people who I began, because prior to reading that, all my heroes were white, right? Growing up here in America, everyone I saw was white on TV, the books, history books, school, all my heroes was white. But at this point, I had Black heroes. And the heroes that I saw myself wanting to emulate and follow after was those people who, were in the spirits of resistance. So I say to all Black people who are listening to this broadcast and who hear it, it's important for us to keep the fight going. The spirit of resistance is the most important thing. And by people coming to this conference or being a part of it, we are showing that we're in that spirit of resistance, because the world showed us, in terms of what they thought about us and how they view us telling our story. And for us to keep fighting, this is one of the ways we can fight, by being a part of this conference.
Absolutely. And, the fight is even it's a simple one, as I always say. And people say, Dr. Susan, you're just saying because you're from the continent. No, we're just fighting to be united and to love ourselves. Why do you think that this is really a problem for somebody else? Just us loving and being ourselves and doing our things and just being us. What is wrong with that?
Well, it scares people, particularly when you talk about, ancient Kemet. Because one of the notions was that people were saying we were trying to rewrite history by saying that the ancient Egyptians were Black. Now, I don't get into debates with people about the racial context of ancient Egyptians. We don't do that, because we know scientifically it can be proven. And again, going back to the work of Sheikh Anta Diop, one of the things that came out of his work, they had the Cairo Symposium, I think in 1974, when they did the melanin dosage tests of the royal mummies, and they all came back overwhelmingly African. We know for any shadow of any doubt that is the truth. But the truth scares people, and it's all about power. And the more power that people have, the less we have. And we look at what Dr. Jeffries has taught a long time ago, what they call a pyramid analysis. For us to understand where we are, and where we want to go, we must deal with the triangle analysis, pyramid analysis of economics, politics, and culture. And as Black people, we have the economic resources. We have the political
Wow.
resources in some sense, but one thing we don't have is the consciousness or the culture. And when we have that cultural imperative, which gives us the deep values, we can now control our economics and our politics more effectively. So knowledge itself or the consciousness is the key for Black people. It's always been. And that's why they've always tried to keep us in darkness, whether through colonialism or through the enslavement process. They've always tried to keep us in darkness. So it's important for Black people to really, really continue this fight for our liberation. This liberation comes through our consciousness. If we can, I want to share something. Let me see. Okay. Let's see if I can kind of get this going. I'm sorry. While I'm looking for this, Dr. Tata, do you have any other questions?
Actually, I'm so curious, just like any other one, to see the presentation and to get into it. But like, I want to welcome all of you that are tuning into this conversation tonight. We are here to talk about the One Africa Unity Power in Unity conference that will be taking place at the end of this month. Not at the end of this month. I think we're just having 3 weeks and some days to go. And this afternoon, I was talking to Professor James West, like, I just want to check whether you are ready. I said, yes, I'm ready. I'm so ready like yesterday. And I said, this is the moment that all of us, all the children, everyone is looking forward to attend that conference. So it's not something that we can miss it. So I want to thank all of you that are in the chat and just joining. I want to find out if you bought your tickets. Masha Lawrence, have you? Kofi Nzuma, have you? You say you are in New York. Said, Brother Grant, are you in New York City? Anyway, let's find out about that, Kofi, if you get your ticket. Hey, the queens on the senior executive, Cheryl, baby girl is there. Sainova Riley is there. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so very much. All of you just joining. You see, this could be some kind of discrimination out here. Now I see all of you in the wait, I'm coming there. You tell me why? Because you see, Brother Taagiy, now everybody's just like bing, 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 bing in. Have you gotten your ticket? We are meeting in Detroit. There's gonna be some, hey, reconciliation and fufu eating and dancing to do. If you're ready, Brother Taagiy, just let me know.
Yes, I think it's do you see the presentation there?
Not yet.
It's not in the studio.
Not yet. I think it's just like kind of slow. Hold on. Can you see the presentation? Let me ask.
Okay, there we go.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So, you know, one of the things about our detractors they didn't take into consideration is that by attacking us in Egypt, one of the things that they made was the conference have a bigger stage. They gave us a bigger voice, and it changed from the concept of just dealing with academia, the concept of just dealing with the what we call just the conversations around the history and the culture, showing how it's linked to more of a political and economic discussion. So now we're going to have a more broader conversation in regards to who we are as a people, and we're dealing with unity not only within the community, within our families, but also within our Black dollars. So this conversation within this Power and Unity Conference is something that's going to impact all Africans throughout the world. The conversation before in Egypt was just purely historically based. So I'm really excited about this new theme of the conference. And some of the speakers we have are Dr. Susan Tata, Professor James Smalls, Dr. Linda Jeffries, Shahrazad Ali, Jabari Azaze, Mfudishi, Brother Kamene, who's now with us. He's one of the new additions to our conference. Oh, wow. Mfudishi, so many others that is going to be a part of this exciting conference. And we implore everyone to really, really be a part of this. But just taking a step back for a second, this conference got attacked because we were looking at our history. But it was really interesting because the African Origin of Civilization is a new exhibit that the Metropolitan Museum of Art has put on to discuss the continuity and confluence of African civilization. And it's amazing. This is the same thing that the people of Afrocentric Debunked really went after us for. And as you can see here, Sheikh Anta Diop was the one, did the work on that. He's the one that we can credit. And even going to the museum, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, I'm take a step back. It's one of the major institutions in the United States, particularly on the museum side. And they have taken this initiative to create this huge exhibit with links several parts of Africa together. It's the same exact thing that we were saying for our conference in Egypt. So this is just to give you guys an idea of some of the things that happened. These are some of the images that were put online. If you go to our Facebook page, a happy film in Facebook, and you can see this announcement when we canceled the conference. It's over about 1,500 comments. A lot of comments weren't very nice, and it came from people who were really, really trying to attack what we were saying, the vision of our original conference. And this is to give you some examples. When we say confluence of African civilization, we have, like, in showing side by side, we have the Ankh and Kwabe here. All these different images, and some of these images you see here are taken actually from the exhibition at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. You can see Kemetic art side by side, art from all throughout other parts of Africa. And I'm just running through this quickly. I'm sorry, but I just want to give people a chance to see some of these images. One of the things for us and Happy, when we made, when we started this journey with the Happy film, this piece right here is so unique because this gives credence to the fact that Kemetic civilization began in the south and then moved northward. For those who don't know, this is the Kustal incense burner. This was found in what you would call present-day Nubia. This right here has all the iconography of kingship prior to the advent of dynastic Egypt. So when they found this object dates back to about 3,300 BC, and it was found in today what's southern Egypt, but in ancient times it was considered Nubia. You can see here, you have the king or the ruler with what we call the hejet or the white crown, which is the crown of rulership of the south. You can see here the Horus or Heru, the falcon deity. Over here you see the palace facade. All these things which was incorporated into the first what we call Shin or cartouches, which at that time was called the Serek. All these different things were a part of the iconography of ancient Kemet prior to the advent of dynastic Egypt. So again, you see the confluence or the connectivity of African civilizations prior to the beginning of Egypt. So we shifted, and that's some of the things I mentioned to you before. After the attack occurred, we shifted from this link we have here showing the connectivity of cultures connected to the Nile all throughout other parts of Africa, Akan, and with your Dinkra symbols, Yoruba, everything is connected here. Well, we move from that to showing the more diaspora and showing that you have Africans throughout the world, and from the returning to the source to the power and unity. So we're really excited about this conference theme. And you have it here. Malana Karenga, Bayana Bello, Professor James Smalls, Dr. Linda Jeffries, Dr. Rosalind Jeffries. We got Dr. Ken. This actually have a new flyer because there's been some changes to this. Dr. Ken Harris, Diallo Binga, Asar Hotep, Infudishi, Dr. Susan Tata, and brother Jabari Asaze, as well as brother Kaba Kamene. So this is going to be a powerful conference, and everyone get their tickets now. I know Susan Tata has been selling, Dr. Tata, been selling, sharing the link. It's very important that we all attend. But this is actually a fight for our liberation, and you can see exactly what happened. People were against us telling our story in Egypt, and I just want to make this clear that the people who were against us looked like everyone, and this is very important. People say, "Well, just the Egyptians." Said, "No, there were people that were black, they were white, they were all over this group." Afrocentrism Debunked is a group made up of all types of people, and not only that, the people who were behind a lot of these online comments, they didn't have. They didn't want to come out and say who they were originally. Most of the accounts were troll accounts. They weren't even brave enough to show their faces and say these and what they stood on. So we're also dealing with cowards. So this is our time to fight for our liberation. This is the way we fight for our liberation.
Wonderful. I don't know if anyone has a question to ask. We just dropped the link inside the chat for the ticket. How many days is gonna take? 30th and the first. These are 2 days, isn't it?
Yes, yes. April 30th and May 1st, the 2-day conference. And this conference will be live streamed throughout the world. So people don't have to worry about coming to Detroit. Get your tickets, get your live stream tickets. Dr. Susan Tata is sharing the link. It's very important for us to be in attendance and show the world that we are united. That is the most important thing. And most importantly, show ourselves that we can do this together. I think it's important for Black people to see the accomplishments of Black people, that we can stand together and we can be united. Forget about what other people think about us. The strength comes from within.
I share. That's so true.
Okay.
Okay, I get this again. So people need to buy tickets to I mean to get to the live stream, right? Because some people
Yes.
are just comfortably here saying, "Oh no, I'm not going, but I'm going to watch."
Yes. So yes, in order for people to see the conference, the 2-day conference, they have to get the tickets. Do the link Dr. Taka is sharing, and the conference will start at 9 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, April 30th. We may have to extend time on Sunday because so many people will want to come and be a part of this experience. So originally it's going to be from 12 Eastern start time, but that may change. Be on the lookout for that. It may be an hour earlier or so, but definitely because people want to be a part of it. This conference keep expanding from the original vision, and that's how it is sometimes. The original vision was one thing. We were talking about very specific thing in Egypt. Now this conference has grown to a more global conversation, and this is why everybody has to be a part of this.
Tomorrow we're going to have Dr. Rosalind. Jefferson's on the show. Is she still gonna be on because I didn't hear you call Mama Rosie's name?
Yes, I said her name when I went through it at the end, the last slide. Yeah, she's absolutely a part of it. She's one of our anchors in terms of being able to really, really show artistically how. Wow, she's a master when it comes to really, really showing. This is why we said scientifically we can prove our point. But I don't even want to get stuck into just the whole conversation, what we were doing initially. But we're still going to have that discussion as well in terms of people being able to link linguistically, link artistically East and West Africa. And she's one of our best people to be able to do that, linking it artistically. So she will absolutely be there, her along with her great husband, Dr. Leonard Jeffries.
Exactly. I mean, I can't wait to just meet them in person. It's like a dream, like I'm dreaming. So, but thank you so very much. Like, what is it that people should actually know again before?
Well,
what is it that is so important?
And this is something that I didn't mention. One of the things that's also important, we're going to have a gala on Saturday night for those people who can come, who are in the United States and want to visit and come to Detroit. Saturday after the conference, we're going to have a magnificent gala. All our presenters, all of the politicians in the area from Detroit. It's going to be at the Charles H. Wright Museum. It's going to be a beautiful experience. Come, dress your best. That's going to start at 8 p.m. on April 30th. All the tickets, everything can be found on Eventbrite. So please be a part of this experience, not only from the conference point, but come to Detroit and have a good time with us if you can.
Wonderful. I mean, this is, do you plan doing anything soon again, like the situation in Egypt? Do you think is it possible to make it this year, or what after the conference, what else? Because the unity thing is something that has to be continuous, isn't it?
Yes.
And I'm saying it because I want to have you in Germany in this very conference again from the 4th to the 8th of August. And I've been saying it here. I spoke to Sister Felicia and she said, Susan, just come. We're going to handle this whole thing. But it has to be a rotational thing. When I posted and we keep posting, and the guys in UK was like, yes, we also do need this in UK. So don't you think it's going to be something that we should be going around doing this?
Absolutely. And it's it's important for us to link up across the water, and for us, the United States, to come to Europe, to visit the Africans there, and also on the continent. And anything that you guys have going on, we'd be more than happy to support. Maybe for me, it'll be a first time in Germany, so I'll actually be looking forward to that. Most of my time is spent in Western Europe and in France and the UK, but Germany is definitely a place I'm looking forward to visiting.
No, Germany is very historically the. I mean, how should I even put it? We are fighting to unite, but where did they divide us? Where did this whole partition started?
Well, I tell you, so the European knew a long time ago that divide and conquer was his best strategy. And this is a strategy that he continues on with. I know Dr. Jeffries talked a lot of times about the wars that were induced between the Fonte and Ashanti that translated into the transatlantic or triangle slaving process was initiated and to cause a division to drum up their numbers of captive Africans. So he understands the power of divide and conquer. He understands that, and he does it very well. So we need to get back to understanding that we cannot let wedges come between us or trivial problems that's going to cause us to be at the mercy of someone else.
Actually, that's why we started this conversation even before COVID. The revelation was just there that where this petition came on, we will have to meet all of us here and actually denounce it. And it all started in Berlin, 1884, as we all do know. And ever since then, we've never been the same again, struggling to unite on our own. So it is really high time that we meet in Germany and just cancel and actually kind of like whip this spirit of disunity. And we should be having that from this 4th to the 7th of August 2022. Everything is set and planned. The African village is waiting for us to all be there. And so we do invite everyone. I already talked about it that this One Africa conference has to be there,
Yeah.
has to be there, because we want to do this kind of really a libation. We want to hold all our hands and say that same situation that they sat around and just partitioned and chopped us into pieces and made us not even be able to understand and put some boundaries in our head. What if we just come and create a new narrative from 2022? And that narrative is what is going to define our future, rather than always going back to like, we were divided, we were divided. And so the new song of Africa is going to be We United. We had the One Africa Conference, power in unity. And so never again. So I think it's not just a coincidence, but it's just the right time. Brother
So
Taagiy.
it's interesting you use that phrase "never again." And when I think of the spirit of resistance, when the Hyksos occupation was finally ended in Egypt, one of the battle cries of the people was "never again." Never again would they allow outsiders to come in and rule them. And that ushered in what we call today the second golden age or the new kingdom. And people like Amos and some of the rulers of that time who really fought against the invaders carried that with them. Never again.
Absolute. I know your time is almost up, this 45. Do you still have some 1 minute to spend with us? Or you think, yeah.
Well, so I just want to tell everyone again, I want to say thank you for having me on your show. And I look forward to coming back. Everyone who's listening to this and who will hear this, the Power and Unity Conference, the One African Power and Unity Conference is a must for all Black people to be a part of. If you can't be in Detroit, you must be in attendance. And the beautiful thing about where we are now today in this technology world is we don't have to be in the one place. We can connect with each other globally. So here's an example of that. If we could show our unity, we could show our consciousness, and we could show our support for each other. This is so important. This is in what happened, and I'll say this in closing. What happened to us in Egypt is not just solely dealing with Happy. It's something that happened to all Black people. It's this thing that happened in terms of them telling us we can't tell our story is important for all Black people to wake up and understand what happened. This was not just a fight for us. This is a fight for us all. This is a fight for our liberation. Our liberation starts with our consciousness.
We all know it. One for all for one. There's no other.
Yes.
There's no other in
Yes.
that. We better go down, all of us, or we do rise, all of us. So thank you so very much, Brother Taagiy. And I'll keep drumming here after you leave, because if all the Pan-African Daily TV followers and fans and families that are watching us across the continent would want to be a part of this unity and to be, just to be a part in it, that you need to get your ticket, because Pan-African Daily TV would also be streaming this live from where would be. So please don't put that. You know what we said yesterday, we have to stick to our words. So if I don't see your faces out there, so nobody bought my ticket. You know what I mean? So please, the line and the link is inside there. Make sure you get your ticket, and all of us will be dancing the song of unity in Detroit and all around the world, at least.
All around the
Thank you
world.
so very much, brother. Yes,
Thank you.
we
All right.
see us, and thank you so much for making this time out here.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. So yes, I would be in I would just spend the couple of 15 minutes with you, because this is a 1 hour show tonight. Because we have a lot of things to put on the ground. We have our fundraising campaign coming up for this project in Germany. And just like he said, it's a must. Us Africans, we have no business again. I had told you people at the beginning of this year and even last year, we have no business in the world. Our only business is to unite. Our only business of being on earth and the universe at this time is for us to unite. If there is anything that we did not achieve in the other world and then we came back this today, was because we have to complete that job that was not finished. Whether we come in like it is a must. We have no business on this planet being alive apart from uniting. I say it again. And the topic and the reason and the mission in Germany is to untie. Maybe after that, then we just explode, all of us. I don't really know what is going to happen. Yeah, because that's the next level. That's why my friend keeps telling me we are on the next level, 12 Ubuntu. So all of you are going to be setting your alarm. What is going to happen after this, none of us knows. But at least we must have left something. We must have done something that is significant. We can go and do our jobs. So like when I say we don't have any business, doesn't mean that we don't have to get up, pay our bills, be responsible parents, and be responsible brothers and sisters, keeping each other's consent and stuff like that. But our main goal in life is to unite. Drink your African water and just mind your business. Drink water and just mind your African business. And a business is unity, unity, unity. We don't know any other vocabulary. If we cannot even pronounce unity well, we know that we can really say Ubuntu. And it's enough. You don't even need to chew these hard words. So the One Africa Unity Conference has put up that light. And that light, you can already see the way it was being interrupted. But like I keep saying, nobody can stop this. That's it. It's for humanity. Even you deserve to be loved. And you have some people that are giving it for you for free, and it's a problem. No, humanity deserves just that, what we were created for. And there's no going back. So we're going to finish that line, my people. So I want to thank you so very much. And like I said, Germany, we have a business to finish here. The business that started in 1884, some people will have to finish it. This generation will have to take it to the next level. They will have to make a commitment to say, our children should never live again like this. And they're all over the world. What are we going to leave as a legacy? So Germany is scheduled for the 4th to the 7th of August. I said it, you plan it. If you're not going to be there, because a lot of people just kind of like think, I can't make it because of my job, because schools, children are going to school, because maybe we already planned something. And that's why now you can see the new world is face-to-face plus digital. Face-to-face plus digital. So if you cannot make it, you would have to buy a ticket to support. Not even just buy a ticket to support. We're not going to stream that one live. It's going to be an open air thing, but you can send your contribution. So the fundraising team, some of them are already here in the chat. Sister Cheryl and Sister Sanova, and Sister Bentley and Kofi Zuma, Johnny Boy, and all of you that want to join this fundraising campaign. We're going to be needing a lot of money because we're going to host all the conference participants that are going to be coming. We have young artists or upcoming artists that are coming from all over, from Jamaica, from the America, from the continent, from Europe itself. And we are going to host this for 4 days. And we're expecting at least 10 to 15,000, gathered all around for us to make this significant work. So if you are not going to be there, it's okay. But it's the spirit and the symbol of Ubuntu 12.12 that we're sending that alarm and breaking those spells, whatever has been keeping us disconnected. And so it's going to touch all of us across the globe. What we need is your support. The work is going to be done on the ground. But then, if you cannot participate, we need financial support, a lot of financial support. We have to launch them. And you do know Germany, particularly the work that we're about to do to unite our people, to unite all of us, to unite humanity, whatever it is that will take us. So feeding, transportation, logistics. Imagine that, my people. So that power in unity is what we're talking about. And you know what? You contributing is already a part of that process. And it is an opportunity for you to even just donate, just being a part of it, to water that process and say, yes, I put my 1 penny into it so that this unity must work. While others are in the farming, we're going to get all the ones on the continent that we've been hosting, Professor Pielo Lumumba, King Maponga Joshua, King Bongane, all of them are going to be there. We will have to hold this thing once and for all. Okay, so we need your support. We need your support. Mother Africa needs your support so much. And I know that we're going to do it. We just gave our statistics and we have 1.5 million of our African American brothers and sisters out there. Imagine that you just donate $10 to us. Just imagine 1 point, just only you out there. Let's not even touch somebody else. Just imagine. And we're looking forward to that. We have close to 56,000 subscribers now on our YouTube channel. Just imagine that ain't one of us would just give $10. That's what our campaign is going to be about. Okay. We need that support. We need close to 500,000 to be able to organize the 4 days with more than 20,000 people participating. So we need your donation. We need your donation. I've never been calling out for a campaign for support like this, but this one is the last and the final. When we hit this target, hey, people, we are gone forever. So we can make things possible for ourselves, and we can sit one day and look behind and say, we did it. We did it. We erased that history. We are all gone. Now is the new Africa and to the next level. So we're going to have Mama Rosalind Jeffries here. And Dr. Rosalind Jeffries is one very iconic personality in the history of Africa, a living legend, just like his husband, Dr. Leonard Jeffries. I'm so happy that I'm going to bless their legs or oil their hands and their feet in Detroit. That's going to be the biggest honor to have put our lives there and the unity government of the Africans everywhere. She's been working from museum to museum, from city to city, ever since she was a teenager until now that she's an elder. But today we still see her and her husband, in California, in LA, all across, speaking that message of unity. They're strong, they're healthy, they're loving, they're so cute, they're sweet. You see, each time when we have Baba J here, she's always around also, the beautiful queen mother. All right. So yes, she's going to be our guest tomorrow. We're so looking forward. Every time we wanted to have her on the show, she's always like, I have to make my museum, I have to keep my books, I have to arrange the things for Dr. Leonard Jeffries. I don't have time to really sit on the camera. But for the first time, she's going to be here tomorrow just to invite us and to bless us and give us a reason why the One Africa Power in Unity Conference is so relevant for us and our generations to come. So I'd like to see all of you join this conversation tomorrow. At the same time, and we're going to keep it also very short, 1 hour, because the message is going to keep circulating. And a lot of people are always saying, "Ah, Dr. Susan, like the other day, we knocked 4 hours, isn't it? If it's only about us, we can stay here the whole day. But we got to get some business fix. We have to arrange things. We have to put things together. The mega conference in Germany and the festival that is coming, oh, is already taking us too much. I'm so happy that Savannah Burnley is at my support here in Germany. And she's also going to be the power queen that is one of the matrons of this festival coming out here in Germany. Another thing that we want to really focus on at this conference is build that Africa that we want in a physical format. So we're going to be setting some rules before people enter that African village. You have to be somehow, you have to be the Africa that we want. You know what I mean? So yes, if you are an artist, I keep saying it, and you have a talent, and we do know all of us do have, make sure that you're already booking your ticket to make it to Germany, because we will need a lot of power shaking. It's like a crusade, 4 days crusade. Let me just call it like that. For those who don't want to hear some kind of terms, or they've been so used to that when we say a crusade, it's a Passover. It's breaking the grounds. That's what we're going to do in Germany for 4 good days. But that 4 days is just the starting. So you can come even earlier, and we be there for 1 week. Okay, for 1 week. We can stay at the African village. We would cook our food. We would play our music. We would present our indigenous culture and fashion and anything that we want to do, right? We are going to demonstrate what we've been learning and teaching and preaching for the past 2 years on Pan African Daily. We have to exhibit it in the physical, So we are so ready. My family and I are so ready. We started this whole venture 25 years ago, and this is the final time. This is the time that we're taking it to the next level for the people of Africa worldwide. So we can't wait to just have you. And let me tell you one thing. You out there, it's very easy. It's so easy. I mean, it's not easy for us all over. But when I come to the States, or I go to UK or to France or to Belgium, it's different. The spirit out there, yes, because you meet a lot of us in the street, and we can smile and we can laugh. Germany, wow. You need to come and let's shake that out, okay? It's something else. It's a big challenge. It's a task. And now you don't wonder why that Berlin 1884 took place. Nobody's even asking why Germany. Why was it not in France? Why wasn't it in Belgium or in Austria? Right? Why wasn't it even in the United States? Why Germany? Why? Did we ever ask ourselves that question? So that would be a very nice experience for you, brothers and sisters out there in the Jamaica. It would be a very nice experience for you out there in America, in Haiti, in Brazil, in Colombia, in West Papua Guinea, all of us to just represent and hold our hands together and dance the unity dance. And that's all. Break those grounds for 4 days non-stop. Okay. Yes. Good. I know someone is like, I have to go now because I'll be catching this. Yes, we're also rounding up in just 1 minute. And so I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this wonderful conversation with Brother Taagiy. As you could see, we're doing so much for our people. To be honest with you, tap your back and say, yes, we're doing it. Don't worry. Don't think that you're not doing enough. You're doing just so much enough just by being here, just by subscribing, just by showing your face each time. Even if you have to, some people always say, I'm listening, but I'm cooking. Some are saying, oh, I'm on the roadway, but I'm watching and I'm cooking. And some people are like, they're at work now, but they tune in to watch us. We do love you. But just know it's our work. It's our job. It's our purpose. It's the plan that was set by the universe, by our ancestors, by the God of creation, that we will be doing this at this time. It is the job that we just came to this universe to do. So don't worry. Don't think that you're doing less. You're doing just enough by sharing, by subscribing, by informing every other person, by sharing the subscribers, and by contributing. Okay, we've already set up everything. Now we were looking forward if we could get a catch up account, because I think most of you out there do with that. But the PayPal would just be good enough. Everything is set, and we are ready. We are ready. You see the way they keep putting my face in the camera and just tucking me in there. Do not worry. So I want to thank you. I want to greet all of you that are here. Yes, Kwame, you're watching from Ghana, I think. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yeah, who again? Who again is here that I didn't call your name before we close? It's 1 minute to go. Thank you, Sister Vena, for your generous contribution all the time. Redemption 100. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think you're the only King Crush. King Kush was also here. Is also here. I want to thank you. Ia is just coming back from sports and is greeting all of you out there. Thank you. Thank you, Sister. Oh, again. Brother Leo Wright is here. She's all of my family. Yes, thank you. Isloma Ama, thank you. Ama, thank you. Young Square, thank you. Masha Lawrence, and all of us, Matamera, Queen Sister, the biggest team, senior executive team, Brian Benos Smith, thank you, brother. Black Raven, it's been a long while, Black Raven. Or am I missing something? But thank you. Thank you for being here. Ayoka F4. Thank you. My name. The F4 people. The Friday Bonds. Thank you so much for being here. Dry and Strong, thank you. You said, hey, Dr. Them who fight and run away live to fight another day. That's the truth. That's just the fact. Yes. Sister Sinovia, I see you. So the link is in the drop, the link is in the chat, please. So make sure you're getting your tickets, or you share it with one another, and we're gonna be there. We'll be there live. Okay. We have to unite by hook or by whatever. It is our time. Diamond Divine, thank you. You said I got my ticket. Whoo! Oh, really? Thank you. You got your ticket. I'm so jealous of you. Nathaniel Turner, thank you. Thank you for being here. And like the whole family is gathered. I know a lot of our Muslim brothers and sisters, they are doing their Ramadan, and we wish you all a spiritual breakthrough out there, you know, and stay together in unity and love, empowering one another. We love you during these times, and pray for us too. Pray that we become one and stronger than before. Pray for peace in the world. Pray for unity. Ukanda Bantu, thank you also. I don't know if you're still watching. And Brian Beno, I already that. Beno, you're I'm always dropping at your name. All right, because I'm scrolling. Matamera. That's the queen. That's the queen. Thank you. Who else was here that I didn't mention? And thank you for those that are contributing. And like I say, you know, our PayPal link is just panafricandailytv@gmail.com. panafricandailytv@gmail.com. That's the PayPal. But our team is coming up as from next week to start talking about the donations and the campaigns and where you can put that money that we will be needing. 54,000, 55,000 subscribers. We need just $10 from each person. 1.5 million followers only in the United States of America. $10 per person. We're going to build the Africa that we want. We're looking forward for that. We need it before June. Yes, the planning has to go on. Omowale, the lost child that returned home. Yes, yes, that's the meaning of Omowale. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. You said, I'm 60 years old and have been waiting on the truth for years. Wow, 60 years old is just now. You're 60 years young. Remember, Dr. Elaine, oh my God, are we not paying attention? I also had taken that word out of my mouth the last time that she was here. And I keep sharing that video with brothers and sisters to say, you never use that word again. You are 60 years young. and you're gonna do times 3, okay? Because she testified here. Our ancestor now who just passed on last year, but she turned, what did she say, 134 in Ethiopia live. That was not history. That was not the years in the Bible, 900 and something that just happened. So don't use that word again, old. We're all young and we have to stay young. We have a mission to carry. You know why? Because sometimes we hide about these ages and think that, oh no, I'm old now, so I can be useful. You're just as useful as never before. So Omowale is 60, only 60 years young, and is experiencing the power in unity today, right? So the baby boy is experiencing something for the first time. Destined for greatness. Invite Dr. Yawanza Kojufu to send us the contact. That's all we need. You know, we are a team, and we always say we host, and some other people just send us the contact. They keep blurring my image. Don't worry. Just listen to the message. That's very important. If you send us the contact, we did be grateful. You can contact us on WhatsApp to send it, or you can send it through our email. Oh, I need water. So I think I'm so sorry. The internet is not working so well on our side. The weather has been tripping out here the past couple of days. Suddenly all temperatures just drop, and there's been wind, there's been everything. And that's the even more reason why we have to stop the stream so early, right? So that we can catch up with tomorrow. Oh, who am I saying here? Karanja Jaziri, we win in solidarity. Solidarity alarm to offer. That's just it, my king, my prophet. Yes, you're so correct. And Isioma Armor, thank you very much to me, Tata. Drink water and mind your African business. What else? Anyways, so that has been the conversation for tonight, and we see ourselves tomorrow with Dr. Rosalind Jeffries, all the way to tell us the reason why this One Africa Power in Unity conference is so relevant. And I think on Saturday or Sunday, we're going to get Dr. Elaine again, who says, yes, I can't wait to Detroit. Is my hometown, and I'll be at the conference. So, but she will be live with us to empower us again on the power of healing. What was that? Body, mind, and soul. Body, mind, and soul. That's going to be her topic on the next series. So we see us tomorrow, brothers and sisters. Loving you. Obaham, I know you're here destined for greatness. Did I miss somebody? Ben Tamba, sorry. I did miss you. If I didn't call your name, please. Faith, God's Will, Jeffrey, this is Elvista Toba, Paul Greens, Mary Solomon, Zebadi. If I don't call your name, and particularly those watching on Facebook, because I see only some of the chats here, and you say you're watching from Mannheim. Wow. Zebadi Kiawi from Mannheim. Mannheim is the closest city to me here in Germany. It's about 3-4 hours, and she's watching live. Thank you so very much. If you're here for the first time, make sure you click the subscribe button. What does that mean? You go to a YouTube, you see a red button and the right on it, subscribe. Just click it, and beside it, you're going to see the bell sign, notification. You hit it, and so each time when we come live, you just join the conversation. So thank you so much, my people. I want to drink water and mind my African business. We see us tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. One love. You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tata. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.